Homer Simpson once famously described alcohol as the cause of, and solution to, all of life's problems. A bit of booze may make a night seem more enjoyable and fun at first.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Why don't you move on to the next thing? Yeah. What did you...
I'm sorry, bye.
Yet it near enough always bites its victims back soon enough. Time to stare in shock at the effects of alcohol at its finest. In September 2023, a lawmaker in Georgia was reported to have been spotted outside a sports bar. When first responders came across her, she was laying on the concrete.
Ma'am.
Paramedics are called to the scene as the victim. Felicia Franklin of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners is checked for any head trauma before being placed upright on a nearby bench.
Something in your drinks or a drink that you are susceptible to? Like, I can't drink tequila.
And I got one additional.
The paramedics are a bit stumped as to what happened exactly. As of now, though, the next step is to get her inside the back of the ambulance.
Sit up for me.
Soon enough, however, she becomes a lot noisier, and the body camera officer detects a pungent smell of alcohol right after she vomited all over herself. Franklin becomes increasingly aggressive, demanding the paramedic in the ambulance to leave and for her friend, Patty, to be by her side.
That's whiskey. You drink bourbon?
I don't know.
What have you been drinking tonight? Any bourbon?
I don't know. I just
Whiskey
want
or-
Patty, come to me, Patty.
Okay.
According to Franklin, she only had a cocktail alongside a glass of wine, but this increasingly agitated attitude would imply otherwise to spectators.
Get your little out of my truck. Get him the out of this truck. Get him the out of Get him the out of this truck.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
You need to stop.
Felicia.
You're going to make it worse than what it needs to be.
Felicia.
You mother
No, she's not. He's not making it worse.
An EMT sternly tells her to shut the heck up already. Sadly, it doesn't seem to work.
You're going to sit here and you're going to be quiet and we're going to take you to the hospital. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Patty, get him out.
I don't care who Patty is. You are my patient.
You're not going to touch her.
She was taken to the hospital and was finally cooperative enough to take a blood test. Despite her claims to the police that she only had 2 drinks and that either or both of them were spiked, there were no signs of anything in her system. Instead, what was found was alcohol and cannabis. Worse still, there was evidence that she had 5 drinks, including footage of her drinking and dancing.
I had 5 drinks.
Yes.
I don't remember having 5 drinks.
County officials had called a vote to remove Franklin as vice chairwoman of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners. After that, Franklin said she would be filing a lawsuit for which she deemed as wrongful termination, with intent to sue Clayton County. Drunken woman. Over to Joliet, Illinois, we go with this next clip that was caught on body camera in June of 2022. Officers were called into a parking lot of a fast food restaurant and curious couple inside a car.
Okay. And then it started smoking. Did you guys hit anything?
No.
It just started smoking randomly?
Yeah, we had the max.
Can you take your sunglasses off?
Yeah, we had the max AC on.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's why. He said it was the temperature.
The woman displayed unusual behavior, so she was asked to partake in sobriety tests.
I don't see why you have to.
Because you're acting like you're under the influence.
Are you okay?
I mean, do you see how you're acting right now? It's not normal.
I'm not. This might be better with my sandals off. Honestly.
The twitchy, unusual movements and slurred speech were persistent through the tests. As a result, the woman was arrested for driving under the influence.
TRN. You were in the driver's seat. The car was running. You're in physical control of that car. Hang on.
The woman was taken to the station with a bail set at $5,000. Bianca. The cops over at New Mexico had a heck of a time with this girl back in September 2021.
Robert
I
George.
didn't do anything wrong. I'm on the side of the road and I'm crying. Please leave me alone.
Have you had anything to drink tonight?
Nope.
Nothing to drink?
Nope. I'm a very dramatic person, all naturally, boss. I just found out I had herpes. My man broke up with me. And I just got burned $250. That's it.
When other officers enter the scene, the woman, only identified as Bianca, continues to fluctuate between excessively upfront with details to overly emotional. Eventually, she is subjected to the usual sobriety tests, which she continues to cry and yell throughout.
I know, I just wanted to say it. I just wanted to cry.
Come over here, come over here.
Hey, don't touch me, fool.
Come on, let's go over
Please
here.
don't touch me. Get off of me.
It's okay.
Don't touch me.
Bianca.
Look at me.
You gotta relax.
The cop wearing the bandana attempts to comfort and reassure the young woman, who is subjected to a DUI test. Once again, she is distraught, claiming to have mental health issues.
I just have mental health issues. Here I go.
Do not stop until
You're gonna arrest me on DWI, but I just have lots of mental health issues, and I'm extremely stressed out. Suspicion of DWI. I'm requesting to get you a BAC. I'm requesting now.
Okay, we'll go get you one. How about that?
BAC now. Yes, now. Where's your thing now? Where's your thing now?
Relax.
The woman was arrested under suspicion of DWI. Kimberly. In April 2021, in Fort Myers, Florida, a woman in a black Lexus was reportedly sleeping inside her car parked in the middle of the road nearby a racetrack gas station.
Don't treat me like this. I'm a paramedic firefighter. I'm one of you guys. I'm on your team, okay?
I didn't say you weren't.
I saw you dump a drink out before we pulled up. What was that?
I don't drink. First of all,
I saw a cup that you poured out, and I saw liquid come out of it.
you saw liquor come out of my drink?
No, it is liquid.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the stuff.
Okay. I was just getting the card. Sorry.
Okay.
The woman, who claimed to be a paramedic named Kimberly, was showing signs of erratic behavior, slurred speech, and had a strong smell of alcohol emanating from her breath. Her eyes were reportedly red and watering. Nevertheless, she agrees to take part in sobriety tests. Since she is unbalanced and has not performed the procedure optimally, Kimberly is arrested.
Really?
Yep. You're gonna arrest a DUI.
Are you serious?
Kimberly here was charged with a misdemeanor DUI and jailed on April 11th of that year. The next day, she posted a $1,000 bond and was released from jail the day afterwards. In August 2021, she pleaded no contest to a lesser misdemeanor of willful and wanton reckless driving, but was ultimately declared guilty. Her sentence was a $1,000 fine, alongside probation, DUI school, and a suspension of her license, all for 12 months each. She was arrested for driving on said suspended license in March 2022, and thus received a probation violation. While she was booked with these charges in May 2022, the prosecution dropped both charges a day later. Dancing Amy. When a police officer tells a person to commit to sobriety tests, the last thing they want to see is a person dance. That's what this slosh driver was doing in Florida in April 2022. 38-year-old woman Amy Harrington allegedly rear-ended another vehicle, and so a traffic stop was made. She was reported to have slurred speech, unsteady balance, and bloodshot eyes.
If you're gonna arrest me, just do it now. Amy, did you understand all those instructions? Yeah, I do. But this is really ridiculous. Do you have any questions regarding this exercise?
Another attempt is made at the test, and yeah, it all goes pear-shaped as she starts to dance yet again.
Oh my God, you sound like my coach.
Those moves aren't enough to sway these officers, not by a long shot. Harrington refuses to take a breath test for the officers and is consequently handcuffed and arrested.
Do not pull away. Do you understand? Please. Oh God, please.
This wasn't the first time she was arrested, as this happened in 2019 for refusing a breath test as well. Here, she was charged with driving under the influence and property damage, alongside refusing to submit to breath testing. You'd think this next weird video would have taken place in Florida of all states, but it was actually in Orwell, Ohio back in May 2023, where a drunken Amish man was spotted sleeping while operating a horse and buggy. Callers told the police that the carriage was traveling all over the road.
Whoa! Hey! Hey! Wake up! There's a Bud Light can sitting in there and he passed clean out.
Ashtabula Sheriff's Deputy Mike Talbert's attempt to stop the carriage and wake the driver, which didn't work, so he tries Plan B, overtake the carriage and force it to stop that way.
I'm gonna see if I can get in front of him and slow down.
We might have it stopped. Nope. Disregard. He just rammed it into my car.
Hey! Stop your horse!
This low-speed chase has thankfully come to an end, and the clueless rider, identified as Nathan Miller, was arrested. Police state that he took a breathalyzer test and registered a reading of 0.063%.
For right now, until I can determine on who you are, let me see your hand. I'm gonna detain you. All right?
Miller was charged with operating a vehicle while under the influence. I wonder if they gave the horse the breathalyzer test as well. Brace yourselves, dear viewers, as we got something worse than a Karen. A drunken Karen with spray paint. This occurred in Albuquerque, New Mexico back in April 2021, where a woman was reported to have spray-painted insults on a neighbor's garage door.
She ran, knocked on the door, and they let her in, and they're hiding her. They keep opening the door and peeping out to see.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No.
No.
Do you know her?
No. We've never seen her in here before. I think it's supposed to say white trash, and then I don't know what the bottom. Because she kept calling him white trash.
Supposedly, the cause of this vandalization was due to HOA dues. While the victims did not know the person responsible, she was later identified as Alicia Tierney. The police enter the home she is hiding out in, and she is arrested.
You having trouble walking, man?
Yeah, she's a little
Yeah, I drank.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a little bit.
Yeah, I drank.
Tierney is not hiding anything back, admitting in her drunken state that she committed the crime.
Someone spray painted the neighbor's property.
I did
We're
it.
investigating.
I did.
Okay, well,
I did.
Tierney was charged with felony property damage and was ordered to pay $4,400 in order to fix the damage done. Alongside this, she was instructed to have regular meetings with her case officer and to take part in drug testing. You will not believe what the cops found in this guy's car. In Colorado during April 2023, Jonathan Michael Berry was pulled over after being spotted driving erratically.
Slowly. Keep your hands up.
hands away from me.
As you can see from the body camera footage, he is wearing a bulletproof vest. An odd choice of clothing to wear while driving. 2 handguns were found on his person, but the interesting finds do not stop there.
Is there a shotgun somewhere? Because there's a shotgun shell right here on the seat.
I'm not seeing one, but I saw that too.
Man, this guy was loaded for...
He's got more gear than I do.
Yeah, he's got better gear than we do.
Yeah, he even has a full face mask.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he wasn't gonna maybe go commit a robbery.
That's what I'm wondering too.
I'm wondering if this is like burglary stuff or something.
Oh.
Guns, a bulletproof vest, ammo, a face mask to conceal his identity. All of these are frightening signs. Apparently, cardboard signs were found alongside as well. Nevertheless, Barry doesn't deny that he's been drinking.
Hey John, how much have you had to drink today? We could smell alcohol on you.
Yeah,
Quite a bit, okay.
Barry is a felon and previous offender. He pleaded guilty to a Class 5 felony for possessing weapons and to a misdemeanor charge of driving under the influence. He could face between 1 to 3 years in jail for the Class 5 felony, along with fines between $10,000 and $100,000. Meanwhile, the DUI sentence could range from 5 days to a year in jail, with possible probation or community service to go in hand with it. Alexis. In Richland, Washington back in March 2023, 18-year-old Alexis was pulled over for driving over the speed limit.
And it's Gabriella?
Yes. I have my picture, my ID.
Do you have a middle initial?
Miranda.
And what is your birthday?
1999.
Here, she impersonates her 22-year-old sister, almost giving away her actual date of birth.
Yeah, at this time, I do need you to turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol.
After some sobriety tests by Corporal Lundquist and a body alcohol content, reading of 0.18%, she is arrested. Her story goes down the toilet awfully quick as well, thanks to yet another slip of the tongue on her part.
They were grabbing for but it's okay. We live only there.
They're going to ground you for that? How old are you?
I'm 18.
So I need to ask you if you told me the truth about who you are? Yes? You said you were 18. Your birthday doesn't say you're 18. You're 23? Why'd you say you were 18?
She was charged with 5 misdemeanors: driving without a license, driving under the influence, failure to obey a police officer, minor in possession of alcohol, and obstructing a law enforcement officer. Drunken woman number 2. This next person on our list is a very bad liar. She was pulled over in Pasco County, Florida back in October 2020 during what was supposed to be a routine robbery response. However, this sloshed woman was driving over the speed limit. Eventually, she pulled over.
So, you didn't have anything to drink tonight?
No, sir.
Okay.
I can do a test for you. I can do anything.
Okay. So how come do you normally slur your words?
No, sir.
Okay, what's causing that right now?
I'm not slurring my words.
Okay. Alright, how come we can smell alcohol?
You smell alcohol?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
She didn't even have an excuse to be fed alongside that last question there. Supposedly, this driver was at a party, despite claiming to be days sober to prove to her sister that she's clean. Judging by the stench of alcohol in her car, her bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and cans of booze scattered around her vehicle, it's safe to say she's anything but.
When we say sick or injured, I have had COVID the past week.
This past week?
I was confirmed that I had been exposed on Thursday of last week.
Thursday of last week? Okay.
After the sobriety tests, all while following the enforced social distancing laws at the time, the woman is arrested.
No way! Are you kidding?
Stop.
The woman was charged with driving under the influence, possession of a controlled substance, and reckless driving. Drunken woman number 3. Our last video takes us to Lakewood, Ohio. In August 2023, this woman in fishnets was anonymously reported lying on a ground truck.
Sweet. Alright, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm just literally really I don't know where it's safe to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep.
Okay, you said you live in this apartment building?
Yes.
Okay. Was it just alcohol tonight?
Yes.
Okay. You said you don't want any medical attention. You feel okay enough?
No medical attention. I just don't want to be here. I just don't want to be on the street either. I just want to relax for a second.
According to her stories, she broke up with someone recently and has tried drinking her problems away. The cops decide to take her to the police station so that she can relax all she wants there.
I just want to go by myself somewhere, please. I don't care if it's a
Yeah, we'll give you a bed and everything.
The woman was arrested for disorderly conduct while intoxicated. You've been watching alcohol at its finest, or at least the not so pleasant of some people who decided to chug booze. Which clip took you by surprise the most? Let us know in the comments. We're nosy and want to hear your thoughts. Anyway, please consider supporting the channel by liking the video, subscribing for more, and checking out the videos on screen now. Until next time, stay safe and heed the calls of any bottle of alcohol.
Help! 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 They hurting me! They're hurting me! What should stop you for? Or a walking stick.
Everyone makes mistakes. We've all added an extra 0 to a number or accidentally mistyped a word. Usually, this isn't really an issue. But when a cop arrests the wrong person, it isn't just an oh well moment. Sometimes the officers would admit they made a mistake. Other times, they just blame it on someone else. Either way, if they have the wrong person, there's nothing they can do to make it right, especially not if they tase that person. So if you want to see a few cops arrest the wrong people, you better stick around. Let's get right into it with our first story. We'll get started with an interesting story that happened a few years ago. 3 cops out of Georgia tasered and handcuffed a man before they realized they had the wrong guy. Patrick Mumford was 24 at the time and was sitting in a driveway on February 1st, 2014. However, his relaxing day quickly took a turn when the officers showed up.
How you doing, sir? How you doing? What's your name, man? What's your name, man? We probably need to talk.
24 calling, what be about your
name?
I'll call her. 12,278.
Stand up.
Mercy Court.
Stand up. Turn around, put your hands in the car.
What I do? Man, what I do? Y'all ain't telling me what I do, man.
Dude, you got a warrant, dude. You got a warrant.
He just came back from his probation. Came back from my probation officer.
Get your hand off the wheel.
I got taser.
No, man. Hey, Jack,
I got taser.
Back up, man.
Back
You
up.
got taser? No.
Yeah, I
Back
got
up.
All right, taser.
Is that coming out?
Taser.
You coming out?
Taser.
Come out.
Taser. Get your hands out now. You got 3 seconds.
Hold on, man.
3 seconds.
Do not reach. Get up. Put your hands on the car.
I'm getting up, man. Guess what?
Get your
Show me the
3,
warrant.
Come out.
Show me the warrant.
2. All right, taser.
In only a few moments, the situation changed drastically. Patrick was sitting in his car and relaxing until the officers came along. They did not show him the warrant and instantly tried to arrest him. Now Patrick did resist and did not give in, so one of the officers pulled out his taser. Patrick can be seen trying to stop the taser's prongs from hitting him by holding out his leg in front of him. But as you'll soon see, it didn't help.
Come out.
Get out of the car now.
warrant.
I'm not telling you again.
You better get out of the car. Get out of the car.
You have a warrant. Get out of the car. Take him. Take him.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Move, Fox, move! Handcuff him now! Handcuff him! You're gonna get it again!
I'm cuffed, cousin. I'm cuffed. Hey, Jack, Hey, Jack. Call my people, man. Call my people, man.
Quit reaching.
wallet, Jack. Give my wallet, please.
Quit reaching. Don't go with him.
You know what? This lady told me I had to watch and see this lady.
5 Charlie 3 to 5 Charlie 1. We're gonna need you out here to park this street. 5 Charlie 3, go ahead.
Stop.
Man, tell me what's going on.
that's cool. I got you. I'm gonna get it. You gotta don't pull it off. You're gonna cut yourself.
You been searched good?
Nope. He keeps reaching for his back.
The officers lift up Patrick's arms and he yells out. The officers tell him to stop resisting while they search him, and you won't believe what they find. That's right, his wallet in his back pocket. The officers talk with Patrick and tell him to chill out while they search him. They also say that everything would go smoothly if he calmed down. After they searched him and found nothing, they wanted to take him to the police car to remove the prongs. However, things took a turn, and things did not go as calmly as the officers wanted them to.
Call him now, man. Call him now.
151 stop track.
You're gonna get tased again in a second.
Let me walk. I'm gonna walk.
You're gonna get tased again.
You stood on my car! Just stop, man. Stop.
You come.
Relax.
Man, you come.
Okay, you're fine. Relax, dude.
Man, give him my
This
wallet.
ain't worth that.
Give him my wallet, man.
We will when we're finished.
Well, y'all finished. Y'all is finished. You want to put me in the fucking car?
I haven't double locked. Okay, I got that.
He has a warrant, ma'am.
He just pulled up out of nowhere.
Just calm down. You're not making
Alright,
it
they're double locked. Can you give me a pair of gloves, Wilson, so I can get these prongs out?
Here,
I got you.
that car back up.
Which one, ma'am? Give us just a minute, we will, okay? We gotta get these, man, we gotta get these taser probes out of him first, and then we'll...
Really?
He didn't want to get out of the car, ma'am.
And he was fighting, so.
Hey, Jack. Hey, get my keys. Get my keys out the car. Lock my car.
ID's right.
Level 4319.
I just seen this fucking lady. That lady not gonna tell me that I got a warrant. I just seen her. Seen this lady.
Copy.
Who are these people, Jack?
Here's the deal, dude.
How long I had a warrant?
I don't know if you got a warrant, because you're not who I'm looking for, but here's the deal. When I ask you for ID because you look a lot like the person we're looking for...
Oh, man, y'all is hell. Ow!
That one's stuck.
Okay, when we ask you for ID because you look a lot like the person we're looking for that's living at this address,
Oh, Lord.
you give us ID. And when you start this whole fighting nonsense, dude, you caught yourself a charge you didn't need to catch, man. All you had to do is give me this.
But the way you came up asking me out of nowhere.
Because you look exactly like...
You look like the guy.
What's the guy name?
The officers quickly see that they have the wrong guy, but still blame Patrick because he didn't give them his ID when they first approached him. Now we'd love to know what you think. Who was in the right in this situation, and what would you have done if this happened to you? Now Patrick might be the wrong person, and the officers did tase him, but that doesn't mean they're gonna pack up their things and go. Oh no, they still have to find the right guy.
Do you know him? Who stays here? Let me ask you that. Is there someone here that stays here that looks like you? Who do you think? Go through your brain right now and think who I might have for that looks a little bit like you. What?
151 to 43 Charlie 1, you can disregard.
Real talk, Patrick. Think about
Hey,
it.
Jack. Guess what he's looking for? What? You already know.
Tell him. Who does he look a lot like?
I don't know.
He knows who it is.
So who is it?
Michael?
He is not Michael.
Okay, I know that now.
Patrick has still not been uncuffed after the officers find out who he is. Bystanders tell the officers that Patrick and Michael look nothing alike and that they had no right to arrest him. However, the cops state that they had every right and that the two of them look almost identical. They asked Michael's mom if he stayed at that home and showed her the warrant. Now Michael's mom says that in the photo they do kind of look alike, and the officer says that Patrick refused to give him his ID. Michael's mother yells at Patrick because he didn't cooperate. The officers and the mother talk for a bit, and the officers tell Patrick that his vehicle also doesn't have a tag, and once again press him down on the hood of the cop car.
And it's all video, okay? And we tried, we gave him 4 chances.
Patrick, where your car keys?
Right now, it's just obstruction because he didn't want to comply with us, okay, when we asked him for everything. My man, well, he fought us, sir. That's the problem. Even though he's not who we were looking for, he didn't want to identify himself. And then when I told him to step out and give me your ID, he wanted to step back in the car, start grabbing onto the car, everything else. It's all on video, okay? So I told him 4 times, stop or I'll tase you, stop or I'll tase you, stop or I'll tase you. And he did not want to. He tried to crawl into the back seat. I don't know if there's a gun in the back seat. I didn't know that at the time, sir.
The officers talk with the bystanders and tell them that they don't know who Patrick is or if he's their guy or not, especially since he and Michael look so much alike in the picture. They do say that their skin color is different, but with pictures like that, you can't know the difference. Patrick says that he did say his name was Patrick when they called him Michael, but the officers quickly retorted and told everyone that he refused to give ID.
I told my name Patrick.
50 Charlie, what's your location?
Yeah, well, okay, but
302 train.
He said Patrick, but when we asked for ID to confirm it, that's when he
started to get, yeah. And if everything's on video, okay? It's not like we came up here just saying, hey, we're going to jack you off, okay? Okay, when I have someone in a car that looks like you have a warrant, I'm not going to play the hanky-panky game of teetering around. And when he's trying to get back into a car where I don't know if there's a weapon at, I'm going to act appropriately, sir.
The fear level that y'all show people that came up here instead of conversing with someone older and keeping your eyes
Sir,
on
he's an adult, and I don't need to converse with someone older, okay? He's a grown man, and I had a conversation with him, and I don't have to ask permission from 16 people for that. I'd sit you in the car, but I don't want that thing hitting your back. You follow what I'm saying?
Patrick, what are you on probation for?
Patrick was on probation for a nonviolent drug offense. The officers continued to de-escalate the situation by calmly talking to onlookers and telling them that they never wanted anyone to get hurt or shot. EMTs arrived and took Patrick to the hospital to remove the taser probes from his back. He was arrested and charged with violating his probation. In October 2014, he pleaded guilty to the charges, including misdemeanor marijuana possession and felony possession of a controlled substance. He was convicted and sentenced to probation. However, he lost his job as a certified collision specialist. As for the officers, they continued on with their jobs the next day. So what do you think? What could have happened differently if Patrick had just given his ID, or if the officers handled the situation more calmly? Let us know what your thoughts are down in the comments, and let's hop to our next mistaken arrestee. Sylvester Hayes, a 27-year-old from Texas, was shocked when police pulled him over when he was driving his kids to get something to eat in October 2021. In the body cam footage, you can see the officers look over his license and mistake his name for a wanted domestic violence suspect due to the similar spellings of their first names.
Damn, I'm finna go get some for my baby, something to eat.
Okay, hey, if you're good, sir, you're good. Come on, step out for me. Step out. I'll explain everything.
No, sir. Tell me why. I'm trying to get up out the car. You didn't give me permission. I didn't give you permission to. Okay,
right now you are being detained. Come on and step out.
Hey, yeah, that's very big.
Come on and step out. You're gonna get tased. Come on and step out. You're gonna have a tase? Come on and step out, bro. Come on and step out. Come on and step out. Come on and step out.
Now Sylvester Hayes was confused with another Hayes, Sylvester Hayes, but with an I and not a Y. First responders tried to remove Hayes from the car and were surprised when they found a gun on him. However, the weapon was legally registered to his name. Things quickly turned violent as the officers tried to take him into custody. One officer put his foot on Hayes' neck while the other officer cuffed him.
Yo, I didn't give y'all permission. Bro, this is my gun. Bro, this is my Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop. What happened? Bro, right? What am I being detained for, man? Stop. What am I being detained for? If you let us tell you, we'll tell you. Shut up. Right now. What am I being detained for, man? Y'all don't even know y'all right now, bro. Bro, what are y'all, bro? Bro, help! 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 Help!
Hayes yelled for help. However, no one came to his rescue. The officers push him towards their car and forcefully try to shove him in. As an officer called in about Hayes, he could be seen and heard screaming while officers took him to the car. Officers push and bend him in an attempt to get him into the car, and all the while he yells out that they're hurting him.
Get in the car! Bro, hell! Stop! Get in there! Well, y'all hurting me! Get in the car! Well, y'all hurting me! Help me! Help! Somebody help me! Stop! 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 Y'all hurting me! Stop! You got cut. Y'all hurting me! No, we're not. You're hurting yourself. What are y'all doing? You're hurting yourself. Hey, well, he's down. Search him. Bro, I don't have anything. Gun in his pocket. Yeah. Bro, I don't have anything. It's on the floorboard of the front passenger. Bro, I don't. Hold it up. That is my gun. It is in my hand. Bro, you're pressing my precious pocket. Stop. Bro, you're getting this because you're acting this way. This is 100%, and I'm not your. Okay? Bro, y'all this is you acting. You touching my body when you Bro! Stop! Oh, you a prison here. I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, because you're acting stupid. Y'all don't even understand. Y'all in big trouble. Go for it. I don't care. Y'all in big trouble. You are under arrest.
After multiple officers get to the scene, you can see what happened in the other officers' body cams. You can see how one of them runs to the back of his car and gets leg restraints. Now, if you're Quentin Tarantino, you're probably really happy with the end there. As you can see in the footage, Sylvester tries his best to stop the officers from restraining his legs. However, he doesn't succeed, and his legs are cable tied together. From another angle, you can see his arrest from even another perspective. Hayes is lifted up and told to stand on his feet. The officers try to put him in the back of the squad car, but Hayes keeps on fighting. After quite the struggle, Hayes is finally in the back of the car, and you can hear in the video how the officers complain about their leg restraints and how they need better ones. Hayes yells out from the back of the squad car and says that he owns the weapon. One officer calls in the gun's serial number and then proceeds to talk to Hayes.
I came in late for everything.
And they handled me so rough, sir. I complied. I said, what am I being stuck for? I didn't give nobody no attitude or anything, sir. I got 4 kids that was waiting on me right now. They're hungry. I'm trying to go feed them, man.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't know. Like they say, I failed the signal at the stop sign.
The stop sign? Okay.
I mean, I was wrong for that. Yes.
So that was the reason for contact for the stop. Okay.
Yes, I understand that. And I was gonna tell them, like, what am I being detained for? I don't have any warrants. My name is. I have warrants maybe for speeding or something like that. But
what is your name?
Not for family violence or anything.
What is your name?
Sylvester Hayes.
Sylvester Hayes.
A name of a champion. And they doing it because they. Bro, I don't know if it's because my skin is.
That has nothing to do with the skin.
Look how they handled me, sir. I didn't do anything to deserve it.
There was a gun, right?
But I wasn't pulling. I told him I had a weapon. I told him this.
Okay.
I told him this. This is my name.
Okay.
If they run it, it's going to say Sylvester Hayes.
Okay. Mr. Hayes. So, and I don't know all the story, but there is another Sylvester Hayes, right? So, give me a second, right? And that Sylvester Hayes does have a warrant.
Then maybe I'm the third, man.
Okay, so your last name is Hayes?
The officers finally realize their mistake. This is not the Sylvester that the officers are looking for, and it just goes to show that even a single letter can make quite the difference. The Sylvester that they're still looking for is probably running around in one of those Looney Tunes episodes. I never took Sylvester the cat for someone with warrants. Now in the footage, the cop asked Hayes to spell his name, and when he realized that they made an error, he quickly tried to put out some of the fires, while Hayes kept telling him that he has children at home who are hungry and waiting on him.
Hey, Sylvester Hayes
S.
S-I-L-V-E-S-T-E-R.
Okay. And then your date of birth?
February 23rd, 1996. And I'm the third.
We can handle all this, but when guns or stuff and stuff like that are in play,
I didn't pull anything, sir.
No. I never said you did, right?
With everything, come on, man. With everything that's going on now, why would I pull the gun, man? I ain't trying to be another brother. Man, come on, man. I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it, man. I'm fighting for my life, man. I got 4 babies at the house, man. What if happened and they would have? Come on, man.
I understand.
For nothing, though.
So
for
here,
nothing. My car's up today. I'm paying on it. Like I got a good job. I work security. Like I'm trying to be one of y'all, but like, come on, man. This how y'all do. This how y'all do me. I'm working to be y'all, bro.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything, man. Besides speeding tickets, man.
Right. I understand. And like what I said, I do apologize. Like if you feel like they roughed you up or whatever, I do apologize.
The officer apologizes to Hayes, but quickly adds a but in his sentence. He tells Hayes that when there's a gun involved, they go a bit, well, you know, how would Dracula say it? Nutsy cuckoo. Hayes asked the cop what happened when he checked the gun, and the officer told him that the gun came out clean, meaning that Hayes does in fact own the weapon.
Give us a second. We're going to have these dudes check you out. Give me a second.
So what did it say about the gun, sir? When y'all ran the serial number, what did it say?
When I ran it and you saw me run it, it came back clear. It's not stolen.
None of that, right?
Right.
So damn, they don't even know my aunties are. They in big trouble, man.
Why?
They in big trouble. They don't even know. Like I look like this, but I got family that's behind me, man.
I understand.
I got family that's behind me. I'm a smart ass. I'm an intelligent black man, man.
I understand.
Come on, I just look like this, man.
Looks have nothing to do
But I'm
with it.
just saying how they rough me up, how they handle me like this, like I'm some. I didn't come at them disrespectful. I didn't like, hey, you bitch, you fool.
Yeah, because we pulled up and everybody was fighting, and we just want to just end it right there.
Exactly. It was because of them. I didn't say anything, man. I was complaining. If they had their radio on, I was complaining, man. If they had their camera on, I was complaining. Like, come on, man. Like this, it shouldn't even have to be all this, man.
I got you.
Are you the chief, or like what are you? Yeah.
So I'm part of this team. So this is all my team. Like all these dudes are my teammates.
Come on, man. You need a better team, man. Appreciate you, man. At least you trying to like you. They didn't even try to hear me, man.
Okay. They'll check you out, and like what I said, let me figure out what's going on here, and I'll talk to you.
As these two were talking, other officers searched Hayes' car and found another magazine. A Dallas police sergeant arrived on scene and spoke with the officers who pulled Hayes over. They told him that they ran his plates and that the cross-reference came up red. However, they only glanced over the name and didn't realize that they were pulling over the wrong Hayes.
We were sitting at the church and we were just gonna start doing traffic. She's running plates.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, run that Hyundai. So she runs it and she was like, oh, let's look at the registered owner or whatever. So she does. She goes to AIS and that's the cross-reference and it pops up red. So she's like, okay. She kind of looks at it, but by that time we had already lost him. He had already gone into like the Family Dollar parking lot or whatever, the Family Dollar parking lot. So then, as she's searching, she finds out that the name that she put on there, whatever was on AIS, had continuous family violence, warrant. So then, we get behind him up here because we see the car moving on Illinois. So we catch up to it and we get up here to Southern Oaks. And he fails to signal within 100 feet from the stop sign. We're here at Southern Oaks and Overton. And as soon as he came up here, we obviously pulled him over.
So you got the reason for contact?
Yeah. So I pulled up to the car and I'm like, hey man, look. You got pulled over for this, this, and this. And he was like, well, that's not fair because you were watching me from the other side. And I was like, yeah, we were on the other side of the light, but you were crossing. So obviously, you know what I mean? Yeah. So then I was just like, you have your ID with you. And so he gives it to me, and obviously I handed it over to her, and she's like, Sylvester Hayes. Like, that's the name that was under warrant. But
so you got a good warrant?
Well, there's, I guess, a lot
He
of
does have tickets.
He does have the tickets.
Now, I'm not a lawyer, but tickets and a warrant are not the same thing. The officers continue to talk to the sergeant, who doesn't sound all that impressed. They tell him that Hayes was acting weird even before they detained him, and that he was giving the officer trouble before they even got him out of the car. The sergeant tells them that they have Hayes for a traffic violation and resisting arrest, and the officers make it clear that it looked like Hayes was reaching for his gun. However, Hayes is not a felon, and you can't arrest someone for resisting arrest if he was only detained. The officers continue their talk, and the more they talked, the more the truth came out.
So, in order for us to be able to, like, fully investigate, like, because he was already acting weird, so I'm like, hey, bro, like,
He was already giving him trouble.
I'm like, can you just step out of the car for me? Like, let's go to the back of the car. And at that point, he was like, for what? For what? And I'm like, bro, come on, man. And so that's whenever Reggie pulled up, and we tried to get him out of the car, and the fight was on.
Okay.
And then I was like, bro, come on.
So you got jail traffic, resisting arrest, right?
Yeah, we have failed to signal 100 feet, and then he has tickets. He had a gun in his pocket, because he kept going like this.
That's why he was acting so crazy.
Okay, because
he had a pistol in his freaking pocket. So, and at that point, whenever we were trying to get him out of the car, Whitman was on the other side. He was like, gun, right pocket, gun.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
is he a felon?
He has not been convicted. Or no felon?
No felon.
We have UCW resisting.
Resisting? Okay. Resisting because...
Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to put the resistant, because you can't resist detention. You can get him out of the car, but I mean, if the fight is on,
So who was on the driver's side?
I was.
So he was listening to your commands at the time, right?
No, he was not. As soon as I had to open the door when I was like, hey, come on, bro, let's step out.
Because Whitman saw the gun.
Well,
safety at this point, right?
He saw the gun while we were trying to get him out of the car.
So, do you think the cops handled this situation appropriately, or were they in the wrong? The sergeant tells them that they had probable cause to stop him because they saw his name and surname and a picture of him. However, they couldn't see inside the car, so the picture didn't really help. The gun was registered, they found no drugs inside the car, and just because they were confused with another Sylvester doesn't make everything they did justifiable.
But based on your investigation, you have probable cause to stop him because y'all looked at his name and his picture earlier and could identify him?
We couldn't see it in the car. So
but
that's
we have a traffic violation.
You got
a traffic violation, yeah.
Because of reason for contact.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to be like, oh, it's an investigative stop and then it turns into shit. Like, no. So we were going to get...
So when the pistol come back clean, stolen?
It was clean.
Clean, okay. Double check with the jail sergeant on the UCW charge.
Okay.
All right. Just to make sure, because we got new laws now.
Yeah.
Right. So if he's not a felon, but not convicted of one, that's different. Any drugs in the car?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Y'all just searched the car.
Yeah, they haven't said anything.
Okay. That's fine. And then what was his injury?
Nothing.
But if he resisted, he resisted. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he just
So
resisted.
we got him on that, right?
Yeah.
So that we're good.
The Lester ended up being like the third or something like that. But as soon as I saw the Lester Hayes, I was like, okay, let's just get him out while we investigate.
After this whole incident, Hayes came out with some court documents that stated that he lost his job as a security guard and his home after he was arrested. Hayes is now suing the city of Dallas and numerous police officers after they wrongfully arrested him. He alleges that his 4th and 14th Amendment rights were violated during his arrest. Hayes feels that he was racially profiled before his arrest and is now seeking justice. His lawsuit points to 2 counts of excessive force and 1 count of unlawful arrest. He's now seeking a jury trial with punitive damages and attorney's fees. Who do you think was in the right in this case? And should the cops be held accountable for their mistake? Let us know what you think down in the comments. And let's get right into our final mistaken arrest. The cops don't always make the best decisions. After all, they're only human, right? But last year on October 31st, a man from Florida was arrested for a crazy reason. 61-year-old James Hodges was arrested because deputies mistook his walking stick for a gun. James is legally blind and was taken into custody, ironically, after he did his jury duty.
What's this in your back pocket? I saw you walking it.
It's a navigational aid. What's the problem?
problem? You a tyrant?
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
Yes,
I'm
sir. I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't
have you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
In the video, James Hodges pulls out the walking stick and shows the officer what it is, and it's definitely not a gun. Hodges does not give the officer his name, surname, or his date of birth, and he's definitely not going to give them his ID card. He does, however, tell the officer to call her supervisor. She tells James that he's detained, but he still refuses to give her his name.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in?
supervisor,
He's right here.
With the supervising officer already there, James does a power move and walks away from the conversation. The supervising officer also asked for his ID, which he once again refused to give. He pulls out the walking stick and shows it to the other officer and tells him that he was stopped because he had a walking stick in his pocket.
What's she stopped you for? For a walking stick. And it could look like a weapon. She asked you to really present it, okay? Now she's asking me for ID. Okay. I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion. And I have committed a crime, or about to do a crime. Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID. Well, now she has verified that I am not armed, okay? So there is no problem. You have your ID or not? I do have my ID, but you don't need it.
After quite a heated discussion, James Hodges was handcuffed, and while he did not put up a fuss and wasn't resisting at all, you could feel the anger throughout the video. Hodges tells the officers that he's actually legally blind and that they're arresting a blind man. He carries the navigational aid with him when he's walking. He also tells the deputies that they arrested him as he was walking home after he attended his jury duty.
Sir, you legally blind? Yes, I am. I had to walk up here in the dark for jury duty, which was canceled. Why aren't you using your stick? You don't have to use your stick all the time? Not all the time.
The officer removed James's ID and told the other officer that she should take him into custody for resisting an officer and obstruction. James tells the female officer that he wants her name and badge number as well as the supervising officers because things were gonna get hard for them. She escorted him to the car and placed him in the back seat.
All right, Mr. Hodges. Was that hard?
It's gonna be. I want your name and your badge number. You know, I put him in jail for resisting.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I want your name and badge number too, sir. You gonna pull this out of my back pocket?
Sure. Here, I'll grab your jacket for you too.
So you're probably asking the question, why is this blind man on the list of wrong people being arrested? Well, the story of James Hodges went viral, and numerous calls were called in because of the situation. Many said that the officers didn't arrest James because they thought his cane was a gun. They arrested him because they felt embarrassed. James Hodges said that he was going to sue the Columbia County Sheriff's Office because of what happened. According to the lawsuit, Hodges seeks compensatory damages for pain and suffering, mental anguish, loss of use of personal property, loss of earnings, loss of liberty, out-of-pocket expenses as a result of his arrest and booking, embarrassment, and deprivation of his constitutional rights. The sheriff's office did answer and told the world what happened to both of the officers.
Sergeant Harrison will be demoted immediately, suspended without pay for 7 days, and will not be eligible for any favorable action for 2 years. Deputy Godey will be suspended without pay for 2 days. Both deputies will be required to undergo remedial training pertaining to civil rights. As sheriff, I take full responsibility for this event and want to extend my sincere apologies to Mr. Hodges for the actions of my deputies. I do not feel these deputies' actions were guided by ill intent, but rather by frustration and failure to rely on their training.
Now, we're not sure whether or not James won his case, but if you have any other details you'd like to add, please do so down in the comments. Many people feel that what happened to James Hodges was wrong, but what do you think? Should James have just given his ID to the officers, or was he within his rights to refuse? We've talked about a few wrong arrests in this video, but which one was your favorite? Have you ever been wrongfully arrested or saw someone you knew was innocent being arrested? Let us know if you have any stories you'd like to share in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you next time.